welcome to the field your tournament MC, Danny Blau!
Good morning, everybody! How are we doing today? All right. Welcome one and all to Center Grove High School. What a fantastic day of qualification matches we had yesterday. Teams, thank you all for your gracious professionalism on and off the field. And thanks for being such great role models with your creativity, excitement, determination, and sportsmanship. Keep it up today as the competition intensifies. Regardless of how your team ranks, I hope you can see the bigger picture. First isn't really about the competition. It's about building the future. It's about building a community and building leaders. First is sort of a global modern-day version of the NASA design team, which sent space explorers to the moon in 1969. The average age of those engineers was just 28, which means that when they were just a little bit older than some of you when President Kennedy gave the moon challenge. So, just like the 18-year-olds who developed skills for previously unimaginable tasks, you students are also preparing
to first of all, determine exactly what you needed to do, what the course was going to be like, and how you were going to tackle those obstacles in front of you, presented you with a lot of challenges. And you know, the end goal, obviously, in all of this, as was previously mentioned, is not the results of today's competition, but the life skills that you take with you from being involved in programs like this. As a former technology education teacher, all of this stuff is right up my alley, so I'm really excited to watch the culmination of your work today. Certainly want to thank all of the coaches, all of the mentors, all of the folks that work behind the scenes to help you throughout that process get ready for today's event. Obviously, all of the judges, all of the volunteers, which I understand many of the volunteers that are here today are alumni of previous teams. So want to encourage you, if you're seniors, to think about continuing to stay involved and help out the teams at your own schools as you move forward in your careers. But really, the life skills, the teamwork, the perseverance, the determination, all of those things that you learn throughout this process, and not just the technical skills, but building the business plan, building the marketing plan, all of those pieces that go along with running a successful team really all come together in what amounts to kind of the research and design arm of a larger business for later in life. So we certainly hope that the facility has met your needs and that everyone has been accommodating and helped you along the way, and certainly look forward to some great competition today. Congratulations thus far, and best of luck for the day. Thanks for being here.
This competition is only possible with the support of our local sponsors. Representing one of the sponsors, please welcome our second speaker, Kathy Elliott. And I hope I get the job title right. Defense Sector Performance Capability Manager at Rolls-Royce and Chair of the SAE E32 Aerospace Propulsion Systems Health Management. Yeah? All right, Kathy, thank you.
Thank you, and good morning. I hope you all enjoyed a great day yesterday, and welcome to day 2. My name's Kathy Elliott, and I'm an engineer at Rolls-Royce, and we make jet engines, some of the most incredibly complex and powerful engines that power aircraft that fly around the globe. We also power aircraft like the Marines' V-22 Osprey rotor that they use to defend freedoms all over the world. So, thank you. So I get to work with some of the most amazing people, and I am thrilled to be here today with some more amazing people like yourselves. That's awesome. I'm going to talk today a little bit about the importance of role models, of having role models and being role models. So as one of the original Trekkies, I grew up with William Shatner as Captain Kirk, with these words burned into my brain. And you can say them with me if you know them. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life, new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before. You! So that's what deep space, the final frontier, destination, deep space, prompted me to think about. But one of the characters on that show, Lieutenant Uhuru, was an important role model for me. She was the only woman on the bridge of the Starship Enterprise. And it turns out in my career, I've been typically the only woman on a team of men doing some really complicated, solving some really complex problems. And so even unconsciously, I model my behavior after Lieutenant Uhuru. And it's really important that I had at least that role model to follow, so I knew or have some picture in my mind of what it could be like to do that. Then comes Sally Ride, the first American woman in space. She helped turn what was a fictional role model into reality. It was so awesome. One of the things that Sally said has stuck with me, though. She said, "It's great that I was the first, but it's more important that I'm not the last." And that speaks to the importance of role models bringing up others with you, encouraging people to follow where you've been, encouraging other people to join you where you are. It's not just about being the first or being that groundbreaking person if you're not bringing others along with you. Then came Mae Jemison. Do you know who Mae Jemison is? She was the first black woman in space. And a couple years ago, I had the pleasure of meeting Mae Jemison, and she is, unlike myself, probably one of the most intelligent people on the planet. She could do anything. And she said, "Never limit yourself by other people's limited imaginations, and never limit others by your limited imagination." So don't put boundaries around what you can do or put boundaries about what you could expect of others with your own limited imaginations. She was a great role model. Today, we have another role model scenario going on. Today, in the International Space Station, we have 2 women on a team. So we're moving from role models of 1 woman on a team to a team of women, and that's further increasing the expanding what a role model is for me, certainly. So we have Christina Koch and Anne McLean that were supposed to make the first all-women spacewalk yesterday, but at least they're on the space station together, furthering the boundaries of role models for women, but also expanding everyone's imagination as they go. So space is not really the final frontier. The final frontier is really your future. No one has ever had the experience of your future. You're going into the future. You need role models. You need to find role models, look for role models that can bring out the best in you, and you need to be a role model for others. So make sure you remember that what you're doing influences people around you and people behind you. If you're one of the upperclassmen on your team, be a role model for those who are newer to the team. If you're an older brother or sister, be a role model for those younger than you. It's so important for them to be able to see good role models. So I'm going to leave you with one more quote. Do you know who Mia Hamm is? She was one of the first female soccer players on the first USA women's soccer team. They went on to win 2 World Cups, and she has one of my favorite all-time quotes. She said, "My coach told me I run like a girl. I told him if he ran a little faster, he could too." So as you go forward into deep space or into your own final frontiers, go boldly, look for role models, and be role models. Have a great day today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's hear it one more time for Kathy. All right, next up from Toyota of Indiana, we have Chris Melvin and company.
Good morning. That was pretty weak for a first event. Good morning. Much better. Just want to make sure I had your attention. So at Toyota, Indiana, which is located in Princeton, Indiana, we build over 400,000 world-class vehicles every year, sorry. And it takes microphone that works. But we build over 400,000 vehicles every year, and it takes a team of over 5,000 Toyota team members to make that happen. And, you know, when you come to these first robotics events, it hits home to what we do at Toyota, where we have over 2,000 robots that we use to help make our world-class vehicles. And, you know, when you're going through a challenge like this, we have a slogan with Toyota right now, start your impossible. And I don't know how many of you in January when the challenge was announced probably sat back and said, that's impossible. There's no way we could do that in that time. But you did it, and you're here, and you're competing. Whether you're having troubles with your robots or not, you're here, you're persevering, and you are learning tools that are going to carry through for the rest of your life, from a professional side and a STEM side. And at Toyota, we love that. And if you had the opportunity to go to our Toyota booth back in the pit area, we have a collaborative robot, that's some newer technology that we're using out there today, a fun race game if you want to compete with a friend to see who's better. And, you know, if I've got some students back there, we have a great advanced manufacturing technician program that's a part of Indiana Fame. You know, and these students are learning, just like you are, they're learning hands-on how to do the career that we need as skilled technicians out on the floor. We're paying them to do that while they're getting their education. And if that's something that you're interested in, I actually have I've got a student with me, a previous student who works for us full-time now at Toyota. I've got a couple first teams back here. We've got the Thundercats, Jasper. That's right. We've got the Theodore Roosevelt disco haircut. Pike Central, where are you at? All right. And then we've got the Trailblazers. We've got Tinley. All right, they're way up there. So they're going to help me. We've got some stress balls if anybody's interested in one of those. So we'll start tossing those out. It has some of that student information, and if that's something that interests you in the future, please look us up. Enjoy your competition, and good luck.
All right, thank you, Toyota, and thank you to all of our wonderful guest speakers this morning. And now, I would like to welcome back our judges. Hopefully, you've all had a chance to meet them in person. Good morning, judges. Also, please welcome back our hardworking referees. Let's keep this going and show your appreciation for another talented group of volunteers, our robot inspectors, led by our lead robot inspector, John. A reminder to all teams that you must get re-inspected after their final qualification match to be eligible for the playoff tournament. There are so many volunteers that put in countless hours of work and planning before and during the district. Let's recognize this incredible group and please welcome out to the field our planning committee.
Can you hear me now? Hi. At each event, we like to honor a volunteer who has made a significant impact on the team experience. This volunteer has been getting ready for this event for weeks. His work has allowed teams to practice their strategy throughout the event. Because of your use of the practice field, and per his recommendation, souvenir toothpicks from the destroyed Hab will be available for pickup at the Alliance station at the practice field. Congratulations to our outstanding Center Grove event volunteer, Gary Brashears.
One, two, check 1, 2. There we go. And now, please welcome to the field, Championship Woody Flowers Award winner, Mr. Chris Foltz.
Good morning. I'd like to start by asking all of the previous Woody Flowers Finalist Award winners to join me on the field, if you could all come out. And we'd like to start with asking you introduce yourself, your team, and event, if you remember.
My name is Debbie May from Team 1023 and 2012 Michigan State Championship.
Chris Elston, 1501, 2011 Boilermaker.
Jeff Smith, 1024, 2016 Indiana State Championship.
Joe Reel, 292, 2010 Boilermaker.
Cindy Qualley, 3494 at Kokomo 2018.
Chris Noble, 4580, 2017 Indiana State Championships.
Dan Newby, Team 447, Rose Hallman, 2013.
Is it working? Dave Smith, 2008 Boilermaker for Team 868.
Mike Taylor, 3487 Red Pride Robotics, 2014 Boilermaker Regional.
Allison Phelps, Team 1024, 2007 St. Louis Regional.
Jason Gurman, 1529 Cybercards.
Kevin Kelly, 234. Smoky Mountain.
Alan Anderson, Team 45, 20-something or other Indiana State Championship.
Thank you. The Woody Flowers Award means a lot to mentors because it comes from all of you as students. It is an honor to be nominated for this award by all of you. As we know, determining what is true and factual has become more and more of a challenge in this day and age. Here are some thoughts from Woody to help us understand the importance of being diligent and thinking about this in our daily lives. Okay, instead, pretend that I'm Woody. All right, so in honor of Woody, Dr. William Murphy founded the Woody Flowers Award in 1996. He sought to celebrate the one mentor who, in the concisely communicated written words of students, demonstrated leadership, communication, and communication skills exemplified by Woody. I'm getting every other word. All right. With this award, we celebrate. Is that enough? All right. With this award, we celebrate excellence in communication in the art and science of engineering and design. At each regional and each district championship, one mentor will receive the Woody Flowers Finalist Award. And then at the championships in Houston and Detroit, one mentor will be selected from the present finalist as well as renominated past finalists to receive the 2019 Championship Woody Flowers Award. At district events, we want to recognize every mentor who has been nominated. Being nominated is a great honor, and it's a fantastic way to students to thank their mentors in a memorial and lasting way. And so I would like to introduce the mentors who were nominated by you for this event. And I ask you to please come down and join us on the floor. The Center Grove District nominees are from Team 234, Steve Warner. From Team 1024, Dan Phelps. From Team 1501, Joyce Sitton. From Team 1529, Jason German. From Team 1741, Rich Theomeyer. From Team 3494, Chris Hacker. And from Team 7617, Meredith Hogan. In 2 weeks at the state championship, we will announce the Indiana Championship Woody Flowers Finalist Award winner, and then that person, as well as others, will be part of the consideration for the Championship Woody Flowers Award. Thank you again for the nominations, for the great essays, and thank you all of the mentors for earning that respect.
Let's hear our Woody Flowers Finalist Award nominees. All right, we have a few more volunteers that we want to show some wonderful recognition for. Please put your hands together for our field volunteers with our field reset, our cuers, scorekeepers, FTAs, FTAs. Let's show some love. Let's keep it going for our pit volunteers, including people at spare parts, safety glass table, and pit admin leaders. We've got a lot of volunteers working behind the scenes, like welcome attendants, volunteer registration, ambassador coordinators, and our fabulous volunteer coordinators. All right, and here's what the schedule looks like for the rest of the today. We have qualification matches this morning, and then that will follow immediately into the Alliance selection ceremony. We'll have a break for lunch, and then we will begin our playoff bracket, and everything is going to wrap up later today with our awards ceremony. All right, and now, ladies and gentlemen, if you could please stand for our national anthem, sung by Meredith Fain from 1741.
Okay. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Oh, Danny, we have a video we would like to show.
Objective truth is a big deal. More than ever, we have access to objective truth, but respect it too little. I can, for example, ask my watch, what's the distance to the sun? But adults debate the existence of evolution and climate change. The objective truth about both is as clear as the truth about why airplanes fly and why DNA transfers traits. Now, human progress depends upon objective truth. Unless you align your aspirations with the laws of the universe, you will fail. So seek objective truth. Your robot is a bundle of objective truth about physics and chemistry. Your team is a bundle of more subtle and complex truths about human behavior. Learn about both. They both include good stuff.